Here's a truth most people never hear. Attraction isn't about money, status symbols, or perfect lines. It begins in the part of the brain that reacts before logic ever wakes up, the instinctive side that decides in seconds whether someone feels intriguing or forgettable. Throughout history, thinkers and strategists observe the same pattern. People respond not to perfection, but to presence. Not to noise, but to energy. Not to trying hard, but to standing out naturally. In this video, you'll learn 6 principles that elevate your presence, deepen connection, and make you a man who is memorable. Not because you chase, but because you carry yourself with intention. These aren't tricks, games, or mind manipulation. They're habits that strengthen your identity and transform how others feel around you. Let's begin. 1. The principle of disruption. Human attention is wired to notice contrast. Most people move through life on autopilot. Predictable conversations, predictable gestures, predictable energy. And predictable gets filtered out. You create attraction when your presence interrupts that rhythm in a grounded, natural way. Picture a crowded room. Most men lean in, try to entertain, or mirror whatever they think will work. Then there's the man who walks in calm, deliberate, collected. He doesn't rush to fill space. He doesn't compete for attention. His stillness becomes the disruption. Here's how you apply it. Enter a room without rushing. Speak only when you're ready. Not to fill silence. Let your posture be steady instead of reactive. Let your gaze rest instead of flickering. It's not performance. It's presence. When you move differently from the crowd, people instinctively take note. 2. The principle of centered identity. Every meaningful connection involves subtle testing. Not malicious, but instinctive. People want to know, can you stay grounded when things get unpredictable? Most men fold under pressure. They explain too much, chase reassurance, and try to win approval. A centered man doesn't battle energy. He anchors it. You embody this by responding slower, not faster, keeping your body relaxed, not restless, letting teasing or pressure pass without defensiveness, redirecting conversations calmly instead of reacting emotionally. A grounded presence is universally attractive because it signals emotional strength. 3. The principle of space. Attraction doesn't grow from constant attention. It grows from rhythm, closeness, and space. Modern men overwhelm people with messages, availability, and digital noise. But psychology is simple. We value what we don't constantly have. Space is not neglect. It's balance. Use it intentionally. Don't force a connection to stay alive every minute. When energy peaks, laughter, chemistry, flow, in the moment on a high note instead of stretching it thin. Let silence breathe between interactions. Space creates anticipation. It allows the other person to miss you, think of you, and return with more investment. 4. The principle of decisive action. Many men generate connection but freeze when the moment calls for clarity, whether it's asking someone out, initiating a hug, or making the next move. Overthinking suffocates attraction. Decisive action means you read the moment instead of asking permission from fear. You move when the energy is mutual. You show your intentions with calm confidence, not hesitation. This isn't aggression. It's leadership, choosing to act when action is right instead of waiting until the moment dies. 5. The principle of intentional touch. Touch is powerful because it communicates more honestly than words. But most men misuse it. Too soon, too often, or without awareness. The right touch is subtle, warm, and respectful. It acknowledges the moment. It doesn't force anything. Guidelines. Start small and natural. A light touch during a joke, a gentle guiding hand that don't linger too long. Give space after contact so the moment can register. Pay attention to her comfort, body language, and response. Great touch is never about control. It's about connection. 6. The principle of deep noticing. One of the most magnetic qualities a man can have is the ability to genuinely notice people. Not in a judgmental way, but with insight. People reveal themselves through tone, pace, habits, and small details. When you calmly reflect something real, You get quieter when you're thinking. You talk faster when you're excited. You seem different when you feel comfortable. You show that you're paying attention, not performing. This creates trust. It makes the other person feel understood at a level most people can't reach. But do it gently. Insight should open someone, not overwhelm them. Your transformation. Once you begin practicing these principles, you stop trying to be chosen. You stop competing for attention. You stop forcing connection. Instead, you become the man who creates tension instead of chasing it, uses space instead of fear, leads through presence instead of pressure, builds attraction through authenticity, not tactics. These principles don't just reshape your love life. They reshape your entire identity. The same skills, presence, intention, patience, emotional strength, apply to leadership, friendships, career, and self-confidence. This is how you build a version of yourself that doesn't crumble under stress, doesn't beg for validation, and doesn't shrink from opportunity. This is how you become someone who naturally draws people in. If this video helped you, drop a comment, just a sentence. It helps you remember the ideas and helps others find this message. Hit the like button if you want more content on self-mastery, confidence, and communication. Let's build stronger minds together. Minds that don't break under pressure.